What's up, everybody? ArrgThePirate here, and today we're gonna play a little Athena in the duo lane. But it's Saturday, guys, and y'all know what that means, Free Skin Saturday, so we gotta do the giveaway. But first, let's go over the build. Now I have Guardian's Blessing, Chalice of Healing, Shoes, and Meditation Cloak for my starting items. Then I actually build into Shoes of the Magi, but I highly recommend going with Reinforced Shoes. I just clicked the wrong thing because I'm terrible. Then build into Hide of the Lion, Sovereignty, Shoguns, Pestilence, and then your last item, I've kind of got these three: Stone of Binding, Celestial Legion Helm, and Stone of Gaia. And, you know, they're kind of more situational, but this is the type of build I'm going for. I'm also going to pick up Blink Rune, and I've got the wards on the bottom. Hopefully I start remembering to actually use those once I start building, or using the God Builder better. But that's my build, guys, and it's a pretty solid build. Now, guys, Hi-Rez actually gave me a handful more codes, so I'm going to make sure to get those to y'all. So I'm going to pick 2 winners every week instead of just doing 1. And this week's 2 winners are the Boy in Blue and Love and Stuff. Congratulations, y'all, too. That's awesome that we get to... That's awesome that Hi-Rez allowed me to give these codes away. And please get in contact me through Discord or through the in-game, you know, and just let me know, hey, I want the code, and I'll be sure to get that to y'all. For everyone else that did not win, guys, y'all got more chances because I've got more codes now. So everyone else has a better chance of winning now. So this is awesome. I'm really glad that Hi-Rez gave me this opportunity. But guys, if y'all want to enter your in-game name below in the comments. That's all you have to write as far as a comment. It can just be that simple. Your in-game name. You know, ArrgThePirate. That's it. And then add me in Smite, and you're entered. That's all you have to do, guys. And I'm going to do the drawings every Saturday until I run out of codes. But hey, if they keep giving me codes, we can just make this a weekly thing, guys. So, guys, again, thank Hi-Rez so much. This is so cool that they gave us this opportunity. But congratulations to the Boy in Blue and Love and Stuff. It's awesome y'all got to win. Get in contact with me and I'll get you all those codes as soon as possible. Alright, well, let's get into this gameplay, guys. Now, if y'all saw just before I backed, me and my ADC went in there and we actually secured a kill. And I went after that tank because I knew if our ADC focused on their ADC, he would definitely win that engagement. But if I allowed their support to actually go deal with my ADC, you know, it would have been bad. But hey, no problem. We're just gonna continue to poke. Now, again, I'm going to peel off their ADC, make her attack me. Hopefully our Oler can take her out. Sure enough, no problem at all. And then we're going to continue poking down the fat man, and we end up taking him out as well. Off to a great start. You know, we're 4-0. And, you know, I'm going to have to back here, but Athena, this is actually my first Conquest game with her. I played her in Joust once, and I was just, you know, but I'm doing work now, baby. So, but from here, we're gonna actually peel out and go take care of our jungle buffs, and sure enough, Void is up first. Now, picking up these jungle buffs is absolutely huge for that duo lane in that early stage of the game. And really, I see a lot of people not going for them. If you're able to just shove your duo lane, like you force them to back early, guys, don't worry about the tower because you're not going to do anything to that tower. Just peel off, go steal their Void like we did in this match. And that is a much better option because you will be at an advantage. Even if you're lower on health, you'll be at a pretty big advantage by having their buff, and you take it out of their hands. So not only do you steal that farm from them, but you get their buff. Now we end up going in here, and I'm gonna try my best to peel, but we're low. I'm gonna back up, and you know, we got to get out. There's nothing I can do at this point. I'm out of heals. You know, I'm out of my pots, but I can teleport back. And this is the first time I've ever used this, and I had no idea if an ally dies, it doesn't do anything, but it puts it on cooldown. So that's definitely something to be aware of. And this is where I end up putting the wrong boots on because, you know, I'm like, that That's absolutely terrible. But guys, you definitely want, I could have picked another ally because my team ended up rotating over and absolutely slaughtering the enemy team. But really, it's, I wanted to go protect my ADC. Unfortunately, he went down, but what can you do? Now, my team is doing an absolute amazing job of rotating, and we end up getting into an engagement, or our Thanatos ends up getting into an engagement. Try to help him out, but I just wasn't fast enough. I'm gonna then go in on the Fat Man, and we start doing a little work to him, but their team shows up. We got to get out, and I tried to use my. I thought I actually did use my relic. The hitting it and then clicking it. I need to figure out how to just make it, whenever I hit the button, it actually works. I think that's one of the biggest issues with me using relics at this point is, I want to click and it activates it, but it is what it is. Now, I'm going to stay in lane. You can see my team is rotating over. I didn't realize that I'm so far back, but I'm very, very far back. And my team comes over, and oh man, look at the damage my team was cranking out. They end up actually getting that Neath kill, which is amazing. And then you can see we do have some rotation, but our minion wave is pushed back very, very far. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this minion wave up as fast as I can. Luckily, Thanatos does show up, so, hey, we're getting it pushing. We did have an enemy try to come in, which we might have turned it on him and took him out, but, hey, it's no problem at all. Now, my Ullr has shown back up, so I definitely want him to get farm. I'm just going to go ahead and back. I've got 1,600 gold, which isn't, just a ton, but, it's a decent amount. And then I'm going to build build that Hide of the Lions. And I'm kind of looking around, and I see Genghis Khan over here, Jinyu, guys. I see him getting into that engagement on Hercules, and, I'm seeing his health chip down, and so I'm actually going to teleport to him. Maybe we can make something happen, and you see we're able to do some work, but just not a whole lot. It'd have been nice to get that gank, but is what it is. From here, I need to head back to my duo lane. Ullr's, he's being pushed by both the ADC and that support or that Guardian. So I need to get over there as quickly as possible and help, push back against them. Now, on our way over there, Medusa, she shows up, and I end up, I just kind of chase her off, and by the time I chase her off, Ullr dies. That's just real unfortunate. I thought he would have been a little bit safer. He probably should have stayed a little bit in the tower, especially with them having, that knock-up stun and then that, root. So, but, is what it is. We just got to continue to push forward and try to get these guys out. And sure enough, we're getting a little bit of poke and avoiding quite a bit of damage. So that's great. And then you can see my team is actually rotating over. Now, I don't make the best call here. My jungle and my mid laner are rotating over to help that out, but I thought they were a lot closer together. I was looking at their health bars and not at the minimap. I should have paid a much better attention to that, but it's quite all right. Medusa is here, and we're doing work on her, but she's marked by Hong, and he's going to end up getting that burning kill, which is absolutely amazing. But I'm pretty low, I need to back up. We should all really get back, we're all fairly low. We got a great double kill there, and unfortunately we just don't leave quite fast enough, but that's quite all right. I head in, and I'm going to continue being the front line I need to be. And then I see Ullr's there. I'm going to go ahead and get that teleport on Ullr just to get that negation off. And sure enough, we're doing some work. We end up actually taking out that Discordia. I get, Neath ended up using her ultimate. She hit me with a stun, but, since it didn't really do anything. And we're able to back up from here. Great place. And again, once you make those plays, guys, if you can't immediately push an objective, just get out, and you see, it's just a few seconds later, I just got back to base, topped off with health, and look, the enemy team's already all back. They're going to get to lane faster than I did, even though I just killed them. So really, guys, once you get into those engagements in the early stages of the game, just get out. If you can't directly push a tower right then, it's best just to back. Now, once we get back to this duo lane, you know, we end up having 3 enemies show up. So, you know, I'm going to play safe. I'm staying back, and you see our older, he gets knocked up. But I go in and become that front line I need to be. And you see Uller just doing work on that Medusa. Oh, man, she got away with nothing. But Thanatos is in mid lane doing work. So, hey, we're not doing so bad at all. And I'm just going to hang out under tower. Let Uller get his long-range poke. That's quite all right. And you can see my mid lane showing up. We're going to head in. I'm going to try my hardest to get to Neith, but we didn't quite do it. But hey, let's take out the fat guy at least. Now I end up getting rooted, but that's quite all right. I'm going to try my best to get up there, and sure enough, I have my cloak. I'm able to throw that out and just kind of provide some heals. And then I see Thanatos coming in behind the fat guy. So we're going to just dive this tower with him. And, you know, I didn't really like doing this. This definitely wasn't the best idea I had for our team. But, you know, hey, we ended up getting some great kills there. You know, we lost our ADC and picked up a 3-man kill, so it was a decent play. Unfortunately, our Thanatos is staying in, and it'd be really nice to see him get out. Yeah, our mid laner is taking off, but you see Thanatos actually get some rotation from their Discordia, and, you know, luckily he was able to get out, but you see how low he is, guys. That was very close, and really, you know, since the tower didn't fall, it was really just kind of a very risky thing for very, very little reward to stay in that situation. You know, sure, you can take the minions out from the other side, things like that, but it's just not quite worth. Now, again, I'm going to use my ult and head over to try to get a gank on this Hercules. We're able to, you know, force him to back up, and we back him right up into our, you know, little shieldy guys. And look at the damage. Oh, we take him out, no problem at all. And, hey, this is great. We're still keeping this solo lane tower, even though it's got, you know, 1 hit. But, hey, that's quite all right. I end up teleporting back to base just because it's probably faster to get to lane that way. And then we're going to head to our solo lane, or back to our duo lane. Now, from here, I'm just going to march down. I saw their Neith was over by the oracles, so I just wanted to check that out. Bacchus is over here, and, you know, hey, let's delete him. Man, we get so much damage on him. It'd have been nice to take him out right there, but we don't quite do it. And then I got hit from Neith somewheres. I have no idea where she hit me from, but, you know, okay. And then you can see Bacchus is still staying under that tower. You know, he was taking a little bit of damage. I end up pulling him out, hoping that our Uller can, you know, do some work. And he's able to poke him down quite a bit, but it's just not going to be enough. And with them having that, you know, that big rotation with those 2 ADCs and Bacchus, you know, his ultimate's probably on cooldown, off of cooldown. We might not be able to survive this, so we should definitely play pretty safe. Now, from here, we end up cleaning up this next wave and then actually going and picking up our buffs, which, you know, hey, that's a great choice at this point. And, you know, picking up Void, picking up damage, it's absolutely huge. And then I see Thanatos gets into an engagement, so I'm just going to immediately ult over to him. You know, if you see, Uller gets there almost as fast as I do, so it might not have been worth it, but hey, just in case something happened, I wanted to be there. And then, unfortunately, our Thanatos, he ends up going in, you know, under tower, and he just gets deleted. And then Uller showed, you know, Uller heads into this fight as well, which, you know, honestly, after that death, I would have liked to have got out. But you can see Uller staying out in the open, guys. Really stay around those corners. Use that line of sight. That's a huge help. And you know, we're still doing work since we're not split up. They're having to focus in 2 different areas. But really, you want to use that line of sight, and you can see Uller ends up going down because of it. Now, I'm doing my best to get out. I know I'm probably being chased. I'm worried about Discordia showing up. Neith doesn't have her ultimate anymore, but I'm still I want to get out. Luckily, we are able to. You know, we ended up picking up 3 kills there, and we traded our ADC and our jungler for them. So, you know, we ended up picking up their, I guess, their ADC and their support, or maybe it's their jungle and their support. I'm not exactly sure who their ADC is, but yeah, you know, it probably wasn't the best of trades. But hey, we're still, it's 23-7. We're having a solid match so far. From here, it's about time we picked up something like Oracles or, you know, Gold Fury. I end up throwing a ward down, but I see they're going in on our tower, so let's go head in. We end up actually just deleting that Medusa, and then Bacchus is, you know, he's kind of caught out. You know, he splashes with his drink, and so we got to be careful of that, but hey, that was his damage. He's ours now. So they ended up trading their lives for this tower, which, you know, it's never a good choice to take down a T1. And this is going to free us up to just shove this lane. And you can see there in mid lane, my team is keeping that pressure up. So this is an absolute huge play. Now, we have a pretty big minion wave, and those minions are going to take out that tower. So now would have been a perfect time to pick up the Gold Fury. But Older wants to wait and make sure we take out the tower, but you can see we would have taken out, that minion wave is pretty good size. It would have taken out that tower. I personally would have rather taken out Gold Fury before the enemy team spawned in and were able to make it over there, but, you know, is what it is. Either way, we got the tower and we're going to end up taking out Gold. Now, while we're securing the gold buff, or the Gold Fury, they end up kind of rotating over to contest it, and we end up going in on Neath, but she instantly stuns us, but that's quite alright. She stunned me and allowed my damage dealers to follow up, you know? Their damage dealers didn't stand a chance, guys. And all that's left is Bacchus and then Hercules, and you see, we delete them. We get a team wipe for, you know, we lost our solo lane, but we took out their team. You know, that huge play all in all. And they actually end up surrendering after that play, which, you know, hey, it is what it is. It's 31-8, and we end up 3-0-16. You know, not a bad score for the first time Athena. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this Athena guide. And guys, if you want to enter to win next week's skins, remember, post your in-game name down below, add me on Smite, and that's it. And you'll be entered in. Well, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, show me some love. Leave me a comment. Think about subscribing. Add me on Smite, guys. We also have our clan, Scurvy Dog Crew, TSDC. Love to see some of y'all in game. And as always, guys, I'll see y'all in the next video.